all the spells in the world, and not a single land to cast them.
Alright guys, welcome to the first video for Mana Screwed Media. This channel I decided to make recently. I love Magic and I wanted to just do something with that passion. So I'm going to be doing a lot of deck techs of decks I've built recently, decks I've had for a while, occasional pack openings. I'm going to be posting some first 7 card draws on TikTok, those pack openings on TikTok. But here on YouTube is going to be mainly for that tech deck type stuff. As you can see, today's focus is Iroh, Grand Lotus. He's going to be our first video of the deck tech. I just recently built him a couple days ago. These decks that we're going to be showcasing on here are going to be budget friendly, which usually means I already had the cards or the cards are cheaper. So if there is a more expensive card, it's probably because I've had it for a while and that's why it's incorporated in the deck. So today, Iroh Grand Lotus. He's Teamer, 3 colorless, 5/5, Firebending 2. I really love the Firebending mechanic in this set. I think it's really cool to have that open mana when you attack, instant speed, things like that. I love that idea. Okay, so he is a lesson-based commander, which we have a lot of. He says during your turn, each non-lesson instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. Flashback cost is equal to that card's mana cost. Not horrible, but this is the main part right here. During your turn, each lesson card in your graveyard has flashback 1. That's going to be the main priority of this deck, is getting those lessons back really quick or even for free. Alright, we're going to start here at the lands, just because, get them out of the way here. Basic mana base, honestly. The only thing I really added was some cards from the set, like this. White Lotus Hideout, add 1 mana of any color, spin this only to cast a lesson or shrine spell. So that lesson is going to come in handy. We got some split lands, some stables. I did add a few lands that I'm going to be able to sack and draw cards. That way, if I start to slow down, I've got something to give me some cards to speed back up. Most decks you're going to see on here are going to be in the bracket 2 range. Just because we do play casual, there's no reason to go crazy. So that's just the majority of the land base. So just a basic land base overall, really. Nothing too special about it. Now moving on, first after the lands, we're going to go over here. This is Mana Dork section. Really, this is just so that we have mana to work with for these spells. We're gonna want to play a lot of instants, a lot of sorceries. You see here we got Root Coil Creeper. Add 1 mana of any color, add 2 mana of any color. Spin this only cast spells from your graveyard. So the flashbacks on instant and sorceries that aren't lessons are gonna come really handy with this. I'll be able to use that for that flashback. Then we got Rationus. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Audience, this is from the new set of Avatar. You can use this symbol. This is just Mana Dork, 2-drop Mana Dork. We're going to be adding 2 mana once we get Iroh on the board, so that's going to be really nice. Elvish Mystic, kind of a staple green, 1-drop, add 1 green. Kira's Follower. I know a lot of people don't like cards like this. They like just the normal Mana Dorks. I really like to untap another card per round. I like that feature. Just because some of these cards I'll show later here have tap abilities. And if I want to utilize that twice, I can use that. Or, as a Mana Dork, I just tap him and untap a land. Got that extra mana. Now I get Vitalist. This is just going to add 1 mana of any color, so that's going to be really nice to have. And then Hermetic Herbalist. This is from the new set as well. Add 1 mana of any color. And then we got here, add 2 mana in any combination of colors, only to cast lessons. So some lessons synergy there. That's going to be really nice. Next up we got here, keeping on with the mana theme, we got some mana fixing. So barrel of blasting jellies from the new set as well. We can pay 1 into it, fix our mana a little bit. Deals 5 damage as well. It's a little dinger. Comes in real handy though. Say you don't have a forest, you want to cast Iroh, boom, pay a mountain or island into that, you got your forest. Unlikely, but mana fixing is always good. Just a staple here, Fel War Stone. Add 1 mana of any color. Bender's Water Skin. I really like this card a lot. This is just screams mono blue, but I mean, I had to put it in this deck. We're going to be slinging spells. Untap this artifact during each other player's untap step. Super good. Love that. Arcane Signet, again, just a commander staple there for mana fixing. And then I have Fire Nation Attacks. This instant is going to create us 2 2/2 red soldier tokens with Firebending 1. That's that red mana we're going to be able to generate from them. Flashback is expensive, but because of Iroh, we're only going to have to pay that. So this is going to get us 4 red mana every time we attack. Super good. This is going to let us cast all those instant spells that we have. Next, we got this stack here. This is majority, actually I'm pretty sure all cards from the new Avatar set. This is dependent on our lesson cards. So as you see here, we got a 6/5. He's kind of pricey, but if there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard, you may cast the spell that had flash. Very good. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each non-creature, non-land card in your graveyard. So as we cast those instant sorceries, it's gonna make him cheaper. Cast him down flash, make a great blocker that no one's expecting coming. Leaves from the Vine. I mean, how can you not have this and have Iroh as your commander? This is gonna be good. Get some mill 3 cards and create a food token. Milling isn't necessarily bad just because of the flashback. We can still play them from the graveyard. It's not gonna hurt us to mill. Put +1/+1 on each up to 2 target creatures. Also just a good little buff. Draw a card if there's a creature or lesson card in your graveyard. Card advantage is very good. We're obviously gonna have a lesson in our graveyard, so that is gonna be very nice. Fire Nation Cadets. They're gonna have Firebending 2 as long as there's a lesson card in your graveyard. That's more than likely gonna happen. Something cool about this card, you can swing with him, use his Firebending 2 on himself, and give himself a little buff. For a 1-drop, I feel like that is a very good card. I like this card a lot. As I said, I like the Firebending mechanic a lot in this set. Master Paku, he's kind of a, I wouldn't say win con, but he's definitely going to help us do some damage to them by milling them. Whenever he becomes tapped, which I mean we can attack with him, target player mills X cards, where X is the number of lesson cards in your graveyard. We're going to have a lot of lessons in our graveyard. Maybe not always, because of Iroh we can flash them back and they're going to obviously be exiled from that flashback. But I mean, 2-drop early game, we're going to be able to mill pretty good. Zhang the Deserter. Firebending 1. I don't have to talk about how much I love that, but his exhaust ability, which means you can only use it once while he's on the field. Put a +1/+1 on Zhang, then you may cast a lesson. When you next cast a lesson spell this turn, copy it, and you may choose new cards for the copy. That's good. That's pretty good. We're going to get essentially 3 different things from a lesson. We cast it once, but if we paid his exhaust, it would copy it. Once it's gone to the graveyard, we could pay the 1 colorless from Iroh and flashback, having 3 copies of that spell. I really like Zhang in this deck. Boomy, King of 3 Trials. When he enters, choose up to X, where X is the number of lesson cards in your graveyard. So we more than likely are going to be able to get all 3 modes off of him. Put 3 +1/+1s on Boomy, making him a 7/7, which is pretty good. Target player scries 3, be good for us. And Earthbend 3, another new mechanic from the set, just basically making a creature with haste out of a land, and then you put how many counters the Earthbending is. He's pretty good. Late game, pretty decent. Next we have here card advantage. This is how we're going to draw all of our spells. This is what we want. And like I said, these tap abilities, Kiara is going to let us Unfollow or Kiara's Unfollower in there is going to let us activate these multiple times. So draw a card, then discard a card. Activate this ability only if you've cast a non-creature spell this turn. Obviously, we're going to be casting a lot of spells. Clear the Mind. Target player shuffles their graveyard into the library, draw a card. Could be a very good reset for us if Iroh is not online, and we get a little card draw off of it. Thought Scour. We're already milling with our guy down here that we showed earlier. So we mill 2 cards, target player mills 2 cards, and we draw a card. So we could target someone if we got them pretty low from Pajuk over already, or we could target ourselves, get some lessons in the graveyard, cast them for 1 generic mana from Iroh. Pondering Mage, a little blocker once he's done. When he enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of the library and then put back in any order. You may shuffle your library, draw a card. That's going to be good. Just because we're going to be able to get some card advantage and then have a blocker up if we don't want to risk losing Iroh. Professor Zai, he is from the new set. Just a looter, discard a card, draw a card. But also he has his fun ability. Sacrifice and return target instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Activate only during your turn. So if we play spell, we were wanting to do the flashback, but someone takes care of Iroh, and we can't do that flashback. We still have a way to get that spell back to get double value off that. Water Spinning Scroll. I really like this card in the set. You pay 6 and tap it, draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each island you control. It's a very good possibility. We're playing this for free. Kiara's Unfollower, we're going to be able to do it multiple times. Divination, another staple to the commander. Just drawing 2 cards. Reckless Scholar. So this is either a good card advantage for you or a really good politicking piece for at the table. Target player draws a card and then discards a card. So either we're using it to find ourselves stuff and put us fuel in our graveyard to do the flashback, or we're saying, hey, don't take out Iroh and I'll give you a card. So either really good for you or a good politic piece. Ancestral Reminiscence. Draw 3 cards and then discard a card. Again, really good card advantage and just fueling our tank. Like we can discard. We're going to be doing a flashback. It's not going to hurt us. Mad Prophet. Haste, discard a card, draw a card. So you see the theme here. A lot of discarding, a lot of drawing. We're going to be able to go through our spells pretty fast, play them for flashback. It works really well with Iroh, I think. Next part we have here is our cost reduction. So something really cool about this, instant sorcery spells you cost 1 less to cast. We saw with Iroh, our flashback cost is 1 generic, which means if one of these are online and Iroh's online, all of our lesson cards in our graveyard are free. We're getting to cast them for free, which is just crazy value. So Ra Moon Sage, we mainly care about this. We can transform him. He does transform into his Planeswalker version, which still +1ing is going to let us do the 1 less. But, I mean, his inability is decent. It's not the best, I wouldn't say. So I would probably try as long as I could to keep him in his creature form. 4 blocker, 1/3. It's not bad for it to drop. But we just really want this 1 less. Goblin Electromancer. Kind of a staple for this. Instant sorceries cost 1 less to cast. Case of Ransacked Lab. I really like this one. It's doing the cost reduction. To solve it, we've had to cast 4 more instant sorcery spells in a turn. Very doable. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, you draw a card. So we're going to be able to cast a spell, put it in our graveyard, draw a card. Cast it for free because of the cost reduction with Iroh, draw another card. And just keep doing the process. This is going to be able to fuel our card advantage and to be able to play stuff for free. I really like this card in this deck. Archmage of Ruins, another one, and another card advantage. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, you're drawing a card. So you're just fueling your hand. Roland School Sparks. Both sides, either her or Will, are cost reduction. The rest of this stuff I'm not super worried about. I literally have them in there for that cost reduction. I mean, this is not that bad for Ronan's side, but like I said, mainly in here for that cost reduction to make our lessons free with Iroh. Another one, Stormcatch Mentor. He is really good. So he's got haste, he's a 1/1, but he's got prowess. So we're playing all these spells for free because of him, which is just gonna bump him up like crazy. I could see this guy getting to 15, 15, 16, 16, very, very high powered. Our last section before we get into the lessons are cards I had in my bulk that I just like the idea of putting in this deck. Just around the Storm, because we're going to be casting a lot of spells a turn, so Storm is just going to come in really handy, just copying a bunch of Storms. So obviously 1,000-Year Storm, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, copy it for each other instant sorcery you've cast before it. This turn you may choose new targets for the copies. So if we only cast one spell, we cast a lesson, we have our cost reduction, we have Iroh out, we're going to put it in our graveyard and flashback it for free, which is going to copy it 2 more times. So I mean, even if we're only playing one spell a turn and we have that cost reduction and Iroh in play, we're going to get crazy value because of this card. Weather the Storm. This can also go crazy. If you cast it a lot like that, you're just going to gain so much life. This is for when you're really down because everybody's targeting you, you're popping off, you got your cost reduction, you got your Storm, you got Iroh, you got a handful of lessons, and they're like, oh, we gotta take care of this guy. This is gonna be able to get your life back. You're gonna be able to get back on board, not have to worry much about blocking, and just keep spell slinging. And then Rao, Crackling Wit, I had sitting around, so I threw in this deck. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you can put a loyalty counter on him. What we want to focus on is down here, draw 3 cards, and you get an emblem with instant sorcery spells you cast half Storm. So this is just gonna go crazy. I have a friend that has one of these in his deck, and I've seen him go up to like 70 Storm counters on a spell before. It just goes crazy. Our last stack here, the biggest stack other than lands probably, is all of our lesson spells. Most of these are from the Avatar set, some of them are not. Honestly, it doesn't even matter much what they do, just because we're going to get so much value from each one because of Iroh, our cost reduction, our Storm ability. We're going to be getting at least 4 uses out of each lesson before they're exiled with flashback. Like, insane value from all of these. A few of them that are really good. Price of Freedom. You play this and you have all those things out, you're destroying at least 4 artifacts, maybe more, or lands, and drawing many cards off of this. Abandoned Attachments, super good. Discard a card, draw 2 cards. If we storm off this and use it again with flashback, we're fueling our graveyard to use flashback, and we're drawing so many cards off it to fuel our hand. Environmental Sciences, Origin of Metal Bending, Cycle Renewal, getting some land. Iroh's Demonstration, this is going to be really good. You're going to be able to, if you storm this and cast it with flashback, you're going to do a lot of damage with that. Lots of damage. Countering spell, that's going to be good. Firebending Lesson, I really like this one. Deals 2 damage to target creature. If it was kicked, it does 5 damage to that creature instead. Just the 2 damage alone, if we're doing flashback and storm on this, it's going to go crazy. We don't even have to worry about that kicker. Some card advantage, Boomerang Basics. Storm and flashback on this is going to bounce someone's whole board. I guarantee it. For 1 mana. Lands you can control gain all basic land types until end of turn and you draw a card. This is going to do a lot of mana fixing if you see yourself in a predicament. Say you want to cast that Boomerang Basics, but you only have Forest and Swamps open because Forest and Mountains open because you weren't paying attention the turn before. but you cast an energy bending, boom, now you're going to be able to cast that Boomerang Boost basic. We got Rock Lynch, got that Earth Bend mechanic back. This is going to give us some card advantage, some Impulse Draw, some Zuko Exile. This is going to go crazy if we get this on Storm. If we're able to storm this for even 5, you're exiling 5 creatures for 5 mana. Let alone if we do the flashback cost, 6. That's crazy. 6, well, free if we have a cost reduction done. So yeah, 5 mana to exile 6 creatures is just crazy. This is another one. If we do Storm, we're going to create a bunch of tokens to block. So that's really good. But like I said, Iroh loves the lessons. That's the main priority of this deck, is you get your cost reduction out, you get your card draw, you get them in the graveyard. You've got some creatures that can do stuff with the lessons if the lessons aren't taking care of stuff. We've got Storm and we've got Burn. This is one section I left for last. This is a section you don't really need to add, but I did just because I like the idea that with the Storm, with doing the flashback, it's going to help us out. We got Firebrand Archer, Thermal Alchemist, deals 1 damage, you untap him when you cast instant. Abor Flamesmith, this is kind of a staple too. And then the last one, this is a proxy. I do not have the real card because at the time it was crazy expensive. At the moment, I don't plan on buying the real card. This is just something I added for the fun of it. You do not need to add this card. I do have a proxy of Vivi. I think it's a really cool idea. We can add this mana to cast spells or use it to pay flashback if we need to. But it's also doing that burn each time we cast a non-creature spell. So that is my Iroh Grand Lotus deck. I'm really excited to play this. I'm going to play it against some friends this weekend. I think it's going to do good. I did not want to make it too overpowered. Like, we could have put Omniscience and stuff like that, just make it go crazy. You would have had, with the cost reduction, you would have been playing the lessons for free and then playing them for free from your graveyard. With Storm, insane. Did not want to make it too crazy. Didn't want to make it a hated deck. But I think it will do good. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you enjoy the content, you can like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more of it. I am going to be doing a first opening hand 7 on TikTok, probably tomorrow and the next day. Anyways, next video will hopefully be out soon. Appreciate it, guys.